is Marcus Steele.
Okay.
The name of my business is Steele Cutting Barber and Style Shop,
Okay.
which is located in Utah, Alabama.
Okay. And that's Greene County.
Yes.
But what was it like kind of growing up in Utah?
With my generation, it was good growing up here.
Yes, sir.
Small town, everybody know everybody just about.
That's right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If you wanted to tell people a little something about Utah or Greene County, just in general, like maybe what makes this place special for you? What do you enjoy about living here?
What I enjoy about living here is small, quiet.
Yes, sir.
Nothing like the city where you got a lot of noise and you're always watching out for things.
Yes, sir.
But Greene County is special. A lot of younger people today, they kind of get away from the county because they want to see more.
Yes, sir.
But growing up, I have traveled and seen things and stuff like that. But I wouldn't take nothing for Greene County.
Absolutely.
We could have more here, but in due time, hopefully, something will progress.
Yes, sir. So what got you into being a barber? What got you into cutting? Was it something you always wanted to do, or just?
Well, I grew up in the neighborhood. I guess cutting hair. I didn't, started out thinking that I was going to be cutting hair, but I was just cutting hair in the neighborhood.
Yes, sir.
At the age of 13,
Oh, wow, okay.
Cutting the neighbors and friends and,
Absolutely.
cutting at school and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to be a football player.
Okay. Hey, absolutely.
That's what I wanted to do.
Yes, sir.
Growing
Yes, sir.
up, playing football and stuff like that.
Did you?
My God had something else planned for me.
Yes, sir.
He saw that, it was a gift. I considered it as a gift.
Absolutely.
Everywhere I went, looked like everywhere I went, I was looking at somebody that was cutting hair,
Uh-huh.
and it kind of drawn me more and more to cutting hair.
Yes, sir.
And I left here and I went to college.
Yes, sir.
To Alabama State.
Okay.
Didn't stay that long. Came back home, went to trade school, met a friend, and he was going to barber school, and met more friends, and
There you go.
turned out to like it.
Yes,
The
sir.
schooling part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the guys that I became friend with, he was from the Demopolis,
Okay.
and he introduced me to a guy that had just opened up a brand new barber shop, had a few chairs in there, and he told me, come on and go with me.
Absolutely.
And I went with him, and there I was. I didn't know a whole lot of people there in Demopolis, Alabama, but when I first started, I made more money at home cutting hair than I did in Demopolis. But as my travel, different places, I've seen things, and I kind of kept something in my pocket.
Gotcha.
So one day I was wondering how could I, build my clientele up.
Yes, sir.
And I had saw some guys in Atlanta doing designs, and I said,
Okay.
I could do that.
Yeah.
I started doing it on one of my cousins, and from there, and then I said, okay, if I need some customers, I need to do something a little different.
Okay. That's
So
right.
I started doing the designs because they never had seen that before in the Demopolis. And I started doing designs, and that right there took off.
Nice.
And then one guy, an older guy, told me, he said, I see you do all them designs and stuff, but can you really cut hair?
Okay.
I said, get in my chair.
That's right.
And
That's
from
right.
then on, I was cutting his hair.
Nice.
So, so I could cut hair.
Yes, sir.
I just needed something else to draw the customers.
That's right.
Yeah.
Did you go to Greene County High School? Did you go to high school here?
Yes, I went to Greene County. Well, it wasn't Greene County at the time.
Okay.
When I went to school.
Yes, sir.
It was Utah High School.
Utah High.
Yes.
Okay.
And later on, I think in 2000, 2001, they became Greene County
County.
High School.
Gotcha.
They combined
Yeah.
two of the high schools together,
Yes, sir.
Paramount and Utah, with Greene County.
So, you own your own shop here?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
How long have you owned the shop, or when did it first open?
Well, when I was in Demopolis, I worked down in Demopolis for 10 years.
10 years. Okay.
And when the guy asked me to work full time for him in Demopolis, and his name was Harrison Coleman, it was Coleman's Barbershop.
Okay.
And I said, if I'm gonna work for him full time, I'm gonna go all the way with it.
Absolutely.
And when I told him, I said, well, I'll work for you, but I ain't gonna do this forever for you, but I do it. And after I walked away from him, I said, Lord, I'm gonna do this. And I said, in 10 years, I wanna have my own barbershop. And I did it in 7.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I worked down there for 10 years, but the last 3 years of the 10 years, I was commuting back and forth here when I opened up the barbershop here in 97.
97. Nice.
In 1997.
Okay.
And I've been here now for 25, 26, 27 years.
That's pretty awesome.
27 years.
That's
27 years in August.
In August?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so so what do you enjoy most about the job, about cutting, styling, just the shop in general, just kind of being part of the community?
Well, you get to meet different people.
Okay.
You get to fellowship, talk.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of news come through the barbershop.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, sir.
If you want to know something about riding in the community, a lot of times people come in the barbershop, the gospel, or some come in the, you got customers that talk to you about things in their life, It's
Yes, sir.
between me and them and the barber,
Absolutely. Yeah, it's kind of like
It's helpful.
it's almost like a therapy type thing, because that relationship.
I told one guy, I said, he said, man, you need to write a story. I said, well, I got a platform. I built my shop, where I cut hair at. I built it on the platform. I said, well, I'm on the pulpit already.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm telling my story every day.
That's right. That's right. Rewarding is it to see somebody leave the shop, kind of looking new, feeling confident?
Oh, that make it feel great to give somebody what they want, and cut, being able to satisfy them,
Yes, sir.
I always, in my prayer on Saturdays, I do, I pray every day, but I pray on Saturday as I close for the week, and I always said, Lord, I hope I've been a blessing to my customers as well. They've been a blessing to me.
Yes, sir.
It's a blessing to be able to give them what they want.
Absolutely.
And cut, to make them feel good, look good.
Absolutely. It impacts everything. Yes, sir.
Give them confidence.
They talked about it a little bit, but tell me about the role of the shop in the community. It's kind of, again, a meeting place, a place for discussion about events, and even, like you said, sometimes people's personal lives.
Yeah. Sometimes people come by, bring flyers and different things. They want you to kind of advertise certain things, going on in the community. And then some of it is by word of mouth. They come by and ask me, say things. Sometimes they do it, raffle tickets or something like that. I raffle tickets off.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and just past last month, we did a shoe drive.
Okay.
United Purpose.
United Purpose?
Yeah.
Okay. The shoe drive.
We did a shoe drive for United Purpose.
Okay.
Where people would bring their shoes here, and
Yes,
it's
sir.
for to help the people's overseas and different places
Absolutely.
that don't have shoes.
Yes, sir.
And we collected right at 108 bags.
Wow.
With
Okay.
25 pair of shoes in each bag.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's huge.
The goal was 100 bags, but we did 108 bags.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. And the return that we get from those shoes is that we be able to give out commodities
Yes,
to
sir.
the senior citizens in the
Okay.
community.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's a blessing.
Right.
Yes, sir. That's
Right.
that's huge. I saw I think was it a hair or style show that y'all were working on? I think maybe with some students.
Yeah, we did a hair show where I was a judge in the hair show.
Okay, awesome. Yeah.
And for the school, Green
Yes, sir.
County High School,
Yes, sir.
Miss Paula Callagher Leftwich, she's the instructor,
Yes, sir.
and she invited me to come out to be a judge
Okay.
for the competition. And
How-
it did well. It did well.
How important is that, or is to help encourage younger people to do something you enjoy or you love?
Yeah, it's. I'm hoping it give them confidence that they can do things. It's to get out of their shell of being shy, and
Yes, sir.
and learn the trade of it. It's a craft.
Absolutely. That was
It's an ongoing craft.
yeah, something I'd
And we
written down.
also did me and some of those students and Miss Paula Callagher Leftwich. We also went to Atlanta to the Bonner Brothers
Okay.
hair show, and I think a lot of them kind of was inspired by some of that too.
See something like that. Yeah,
Right,
that's
right.
pretty awesome. That's amazing. Yeah. Kind of going back to talking about like how it's kind of an art. How have you maybe seen yourself grow with that art form in terms of styling or cutting over the years? I know you mentioned design was big in terms of separating or building clientele, but
Yeah, different styles. Some of the styles are coming back.
Mhm.
A lot of people used to. Back in the day, they used to call. When I was on, they used to get a bucket cut. Then it came from a bucket cut to a flat top fade,
Right.
Caesar or something like that.
Yes, sir.
All different styles. The culture is real big. And I think a lot of people when I first started cutting hair, it wasn't a whole lot of people into hair, and I think over the years it's have grown.
Absolutely.
And from natural hair to straightened hair and stuff like that. And color, people are really getting into color now.
yeah, colors.
When they used to wouldn't get deal with color, because color is something that it can be permanent sometimes, and
Yes, sir.
and you have to deal with it for a long period of time before
Yeah.
you can change it over again.
It's a commitment.
And then dealing with certain designs and stuff like that, where people now kind of add little other stuff to their hair, to kind of make it more revealing, kind of close,
Yes, sir. Do you have any favorite stories about the shop, or maybe customers that you've helped over the years, or just anything that sticks out to you, maybe?
Yeah, I'm over the years when I first started cutting hair in the Moppers, had 3 guys. It was 3 of us working in the barber shop, plus the guy that owned the barber shop,
Yes, sir.
and 3 guys that had just finished high school, and I helped train those guys
Okay.
straight out of high school. Help them
Show them the ropes.
show them the ropes of cutting hair and everything, and they have grown, and one of them went on to open up his own barber shop, and then he do other jobs. He got another job too. He works for Alabama Power, I think.
Okay.
And another guy, he went on, he cut hair, and I think the guy that owned the barber shop, his son was one of the guys that I trained too.
Okay.
He's a minister now.
Nice.
And then another guy, the guy that introduced me to the guy, Greg Russell, that introduced me to the guy. Harrison Cole. He cuts whenever he get a chance to, but he's a fire chief now.
Okay.
And he also entrepreneur. He has his own detail shop and
Gotcha.
stuff.
Yes, sir.
And then when I came here, I have worked with guys that comes. I had one guy that came in here. He worked with me. He left. He worked for me about 5 years, and he left and went to Atlanta. Came back. He came back and worked with me. And another young man I'm really proud of is Earl Purse. I trained him in the 9th grade. I drive a school bus, and he was driving my school bus. And I asked him, I said, man, you be cutting your hair? He said, I be cutting it on myself. I be cutting it myself. I said, you're doing pretty good. Keep it up. I said, you come by my shop and holler at me one day. And he used to come in here, and he finally built the nerve up to ask me about cutting hair. And I said, come on, bring your clippers, and I'll show you the rope. And he have grown. He worked with me from 9th grade. He finished high school. After he finished high school, I helped him get a license. He got his license, and then he worked with me till I think he was about 25. And that's around the pandemic. When the pandemic, we all had to shut down.
Gotcha.
And he called me today. Everybody was open back up, and he's called me and said, "Still, I'm thinking about opening up me a barbershop."
Okay.
I said, "That's what you work hard for. If you want to do that, try it. But if you don't work out, you can still come back here and work.
Yes, sir.
And he tried it, and he's been working ever since.
Okay.
With his barbershop.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
The mentorship, I feel like, is a big part of it. Just being.
And we talk all the time. I also I send customers to him, because now where I used to have an open shop where people just come in, sign their name, and I cut their hair as I go on the list. But now I do about appointments.
Yes, sir.
So now it's less stress on me, and I want to continue to love what I do.
Yes, sir.
I'm proud of being a business owner.
Yes, sir.
I want other young people to see, that they can do it too.
Absolutely.
And working with the community, I have done, I do a lot of things with the community. I have helped with the basketball teams, athletics and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
Being on Medusa clubs and stuff like that. I worked with the PTA for over 10 years, when my kids was in school and stuff. Even when they was out of school, I still work with the PTA.
Okay.
Whenever they need me to do something, I work with the Children Policy Council.
Okay.
With Judge Osborne, and I just try to do what I can, with the community.
Yes, sir.
Also, sometimes we do back to school rallies where we do haircuts for the kids to go back to school, and stuff, and give them supplies and things like that.
Absolutely. Start them off on that right foot.
Right.
Let's see. What's the longest you spent on a cut?
The longest?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Probably. It's all depends. Sometimes, the longest one probably about an hour.
Okay. I figure if it gets like really intricate with design and stuff like that, it can probably.
And some design they can take you up to an hour and a half. It's all depends.
Yes, sir.
I try to get away from a lot of the design. I do most of it now, the simple design. When
Yes, sir.
I first started doing design, I would kind of get, far out there with it. But now I try to do more simple designs now.
Yes, sir. I'll tell them too. So a lot of people do leave, but you hope people do come back and invest in it.
I wish they could. We can get. Even though our young people leave, I'm just hoping they go leave and grow from that. And then decide, hey, I can bring that back to my hometown.
Yes, sir.
And show that we can grow as well. I have been to some small towns that were small, and I have seen how they've grown. Because when I first went to the markets, they didn't have much. It was just like Utah, but now they really have grown.
It has exploded.
Right.
It's big.
My daughter, she works in Prattville, and I remember taking the football team, basketball team to Prattville, and Prattville didn't have this, but now they have grown.
Yes, sir.
And I think that can happen for Greene County. I would hope, I wish that some of the young people would get more, into the Lord.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people don't want to practice that. They feel like, they don't want nobody saying they so holy and all the different type of stuff. But
yes, sir.
when you get in trouble, the first somebody you call on.
Yes, sir.
Lord have mercy.
That's right. Yeah.
But you don't call it on them when you're in that deep trouble. But if you pray, He'll keep you out of some of that trouble.
Yes, sir.
He'll give you signs of that.
Absolutely.
It's anyone's purpose or what religion or whatever they choose to get into. I'm a Baptist.
Me too.
But I'm a child of God.
Absolutely.
And I believe in Jesus Christ.
Yes, sir.
Regardless of
what label we put on it.
Religion, I am. As long as you believe in Jesus Christ, that you being baptized, and,
yes, sir.
And that he was hung on the cross and he was risen on the third day.
That's right.
Sometimes your day shouldn't go without saying something about the Lord.
Yes, sir.
It don't have to be. Just know acknowledge Him.
The acknowledgement.
Just not acknowledge Him.
Yes,
He
sir.
done something for you today. He
That's
woke
right.
you up.
I
this
woke
morning.
up. I got breath in my lungs. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've learned a lot. I ain't always been that person.
Yeah.
I grew up with it.
That's what it's all about. It's
And I tell people when I'm in the barbershop, when I conversate with people, I tell them all the time. I said, everybody don't get there at the same time.
That's right.
As long as you strive to get there.
You're trying to get there. That's right. And it's a daily walk too.
It's a daily walk.
You got to try to remember that because it's easy to just kind of get down on yourself or say, but it's done so much for me, personally.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I know He have done a lot for me. People said prayer changes things.
Yes, sir.
Prayer really changes things. Absolutely. I know I pray. I said when I was growing up playing junior high basketball, I had a knot that was on my knee, and not bothered me. Anybody rub up against it, touch it, it hurts.
Yeah.
So my mom carried me to the doctor, and she said, the doctor told me, you're gonna have to be off it for about 6 months, and you need to not to be jumping up and down and all that stuff on it. I said, jumping up and down. At that time, I was taller than the rest of the kids.
Yeah.
I said, I'm a center. I play center, I play basketball. I know I got to jump up and get rebound.
Right. Yeah.
And then he was saying that you don't need to be out there wrestling and stuff like that. I said, I play football. I like to play football. I want to play football. That's even though I played basketball, football was my thing. I said, I want to play football. And I said, man, I tell you, I pray every day for my knee. I still had a knot on my knee, but I don't have no pain.
That's amazing. That's God right there.
He took the pain away from me. And I played football, basketball, did everything, sandlot, all kind of baseball.
Wonderful.
And I don't have no pain on that knee and haven't had any pain since. But that knot still there, but the pain is not.
That's a blessing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll tell you this.
Okay.
Having a family,
yes, sir.
Kids, it helped push me even harder at doing what I do, what I love doing. To help my kids through school and
yes, sir.
taking care of my family and things like that, and being able to enjoy things with them and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, keeping the Lord, praying, staying on the Lord's side, Lord being on my side, you know.
That's right.
It has helped me a lot, you know. And I would like people to, you know, really, you know, understand that, hey, you know, if you got a family, take care of your family, you know. And I have 3 beautiful kids. I got 2 daughters and a son, beautiful wife, Jocelyn Steele. My daughter, oldest daughter, is Steele Norton. She's married now,
Okay.
and my middle child, my niece is Steele, and my son Marcus Steele the second.
Oh, that's great.
They grown. You know, both of them got my 2 daughters. They got their careers going.
Mm-hmm.
My oldest daughter, she used to be the juvenile probation officer. She's the juvenile probation officer here in Greene County.
That's great.
She did that for about 4 or 5 years, I think. She did that, and then she ended up working for Social Security.
Okay.
She works in Birmingham for Social Security now.
Nice.
And my middle daughter, my middle child, Maya, she's we call her Maya. Her name is Maya. And she works in Prattville. She's the cultural art coordinator
Okay.
for Prattville
Nice.
and the Park of Reparations.
Okay.
She worked for them.
Yes,
She's
sir.
doing great. And my son finna get ready to go off to college at the University of Alabama.
Can I get a roll tide?
Roll Tide. That's something that you got to, you know, pronounce. You at Alabama, you got to Roll Tide.
That's right. That's right.
And my wife, she's a big fan.
Okay.
She's a great big fan.
That's living the dream. That's the dream. You know, it's I grew up and I went to West, but you know, you just grow up and it's just right there, and you know, it's just such a big thing, you know, for a lot of people. I'm just fortunate to be able to work there right now.
Yeah, my older daughter, she got her master's
Okay.
at West Alabama.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah.
Both of my daughters, they graduated from Troy
Okay, nice.
University. And,
It's a great school.
and the older one got her master's at UWA.
UWA. Yes, sir. I spent about 10 years in Sumter County, and I moved up to Tuscaloosa, I guess, right after the tornado in 2011 or whatever. Yeah, so I've been up there ever since. But that Sumter County is pretty special to me. I love it. You know, it's good people. The university does a lot of cool things, and, you know, all that.
And you know, it had been kind of rough this past year. This month here is the month that my mom passed away last year.
Yeah.
She passed away on the 26th of June last year. She was a special woman. She taught me a lot. And my dad, he's retired. He's a truck driver. Also drove charter buses.
Okay.
And he still gets around.
Nice.
Try to be there, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's a blessing. You know, I know
And
it's.
then now I have my mother-in-law. She's my mom. She always been my mom.
There you go.
She's
Yeah.
hanging in there with me.
That's right. That's right.
Margaret's in her. My mom was named Ernestine Steele.
Okay.
I got her picture. I keep the picture weird. My mom, Ernestine Steele.
Okay.
My dad, John Steele Jr.
Nice.
And my mother-in-law was Margaret Zimmerman.
Okay. That's family's everything. You know,
Okay.
It is.
I became a deacon.
Okay.
I've been called a deacon for, you know, my customers, they always say I'm talking all the time. They say, you preach a deacon already, you know,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
just became a deacon.
That's wonderful.
You know, a month or so ago.
Yes, sir.
And went through classes.
Okay. What church do you go to here?
I go to Zion Brush Creek Missionary Baptist Church.
Okay.
It's located on Low Gainville Road.
Okay.
Yeah, my pastor is Pastor Samuel Ezel.
Yes, sir. Nice. Yeah, I was gonna say that's you know, I feel like that's about as good as it gets in terms of, you know, being respected or honored, you know, to be given that kind of position, and you know that lets you know you're doing right. Yes, sir.
Now that when you go show no, have to pray.
You got to pray. You got to pray then. Yes,
You
sir.
got to keep yourself in order.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Yes, sir.
You had to watch your steps. You had to make, when you look in the mirror,
Yeah, there is a heaviness to it sometimes, man, because it's a responsibility that you don't take lightly. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Now, it's a saying that I have on my wall here. It says,
Okay.
"Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible."
Nice.
So, young people's out there today, it's possible.
Yes, sir.
You just have to put faith in it and test it.
That's awesome. That's wonderful. That's good stuff.